of July. We hope you guys did too. Today is the day that our family left from out of town, my in-laws and Ashton's grandparents and all his aunts and uncles, and it was bittersweet. We're really gonna miss them. My kids had a blast playing with them. So they left and I headed to the other grandma's house, and now we're hanging out with Summy and Sissy, and just look at this weather. It looks sunny, but it's actually raining. So this is Grandma's garden. We'll have to do a little tour. She's got some lettuce down there. She's got some pretty zinnias. And those are all her tomato plants and beans over there. Summer made a cute little garden over there. And our, oh look, there's a squirrel. Where? Inside? Oh wow, look at that. Oh my gosh, look at that. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. As you can see behind me, all of my junk is out here in my dining room. And we are in the process of painting our kitchen. So it used to be this really ugly brown, and now I have picked out a really pretty blue-gray color and painted it all today. I may have some pictures of what it used to look like before. I didn't take any video of what it looked like before, but if I have those pictures, I'll insert them somewhere in this video. So I would like to show you the work we've done so far. So here's one cabinet, and the paint color is actually called Debonair, and I saw it in a HGTV home, and I really liked it. It was in one of the HGTV dream homes. So I've just painted the inside. Now, some people have told me just to leave it open and not put the cabinets back on, but my plan is to put this paintable wallpaper on here. So I did this today. I need to fix that seal actually. Bought the paintable wallpaper. I just tested it. This side I had already put on there, so this all needs to cure for about 24 hours. So I'm going to paint it all this color, and we're going to put this paintable wallpaper on my cabinets and put a trim around it and put them all back on there and paint it all. So hopefully in the next clip we will be doing the cabinets and the trim. Alright, so I showed you the inside of the kitchen that was all painted, and now I'm going to show you the cabinets. So I had a really tough time doing these cabinets because there was just so many layers of paint on there, and it was just caked on there. So I'm going to show you this cabinet really quick and explain what I'm doing. So this is the back of the cabinet, and it's all just got multiple layers of paint on there that I've painstakingly stripped off. And then this is the front. So it's all smooth, just a couple different, I mean, these look so bad. So I was like, I can't just put paint over top of this unless I want to spend 30 more years stripping and sanding. So this is what I have come up with. This is paintable wallpaper, and I just ordered it off Amazon. You can see I made a little bit of got a little extra off the edge, and I did this one. This one is all sealed, and it's been sitting here about 2 days now because I haven't got to this one yet. So this is the first step, or second step after paint, stripping them and scraping the paint off and sanding it. Then I got a nice smooth surface and applied the wallpaper, and that has to cure for about 24 hours. Next is the part that I'm really excited about. So what we did was we went to Lowe's and ordered we didn't order, we just picked it out. 8-foot strip of trim, and this is pine. And I don't know if you can see the little detailing here. So it nicely sealed with the wallpaper, and then all I have to do on this one is add the other side, but sadly Lowe's was out of trim. We used so much. It was a little on the expensive side when you added it all up, but it's a lot less expensive than doing brand new cabinets. So what I did here was I took wood putty and filled in all the holes, and I'll show you the cabinets over here that are already done. So I took wood putty and filled in the holes. I haven't sanded them down yet from where we put the nails in. And then I also did the edge. Let's see if I can get this. So I took wood putty here and sealed the edge. Now the next step, so this is all dry. Now I can sand this, and I've sanded one down already so I can kind of show you what it looks like. Once it's all dried, I will then take sandpaper and sand the edge down. So it'll look, it's not perfect, okay? If I wanted it to be, I could have made it super perfect, but so it's basically seamless, no seam there. And I'll show you what it looks like. Some of them came out looking like this because these cabinets they're kind of beveled. So you can kind of see that. Once I put the wood putty there, it will hide it, or I might even just take the knife and cut that and then put wood putty there and hide it and sand it off, and then you will never know. And the next step will be to paint these all the same color as the inside cabinets. So we'll show you that next.
Why do I have wet hair?
Because you were playing in the cooler.
And don't forget Daddy's ready.
Alright, so tonight I decided to make my very first homemade chicken stock. And also, that's not going to be done until like tomorrow night. So I have a whole chicken, and then I have a bunch of cut up chicken, like necks and feet, and I think it's just necks and feet actually. So that's what I'm gonna make my stock with, but we need something to eat tonight, so I've got a whole chicken that has to be done tonight, and I'm gonna go ahead and roast that. So I've got some sage that I picked in the front yard. So I picked that in the front yard, and I actually have this kaffir, I don't know what that was. I actually have this kaffir lime leaf tree thing that has grown like way up here. So funny story, I left it in the bucket and now it's rooted in the ground. So it is what it is. Anyways, this thing smells of lime, and when you rub it and cut it open, it smells like lime. So you have to be careful when you pick it because of the thorns. But I'm actually gonna put this inside my chicken. When I bake it, I'm gonna use some sage, I'm gonna use some, maybe even some of that lemongrass that I got from Ashton's grandma, and I'm gonna use the kaffir lime leaf, lemongrass, maybe sage as well. And we'll rub it all over the chicken with some garlic and roast it in the oven. It's gonna be really good. All right, so here I've got my chicken. This is one of ours that we raised, and it's already cleaned. It's still a little frozen on the inside. I think we gutted it and got everything out of it. So I'm gonna chop up this here. Move this. I'm gonna chop up this lime leaf and this sage, and I'm gonna get some garlic, some salt and pepper, garlic, and that might be good. So turned out like. So I baked it for an hour and about 30 minutes at 425, and it smells really, really good. I actually even added some lemongrass just to give it a nice aroma, and I shoved some lemongrass in there too. I tied it up and put it in there. So when I pulled it out, I just let it sit for about 10 minutes, and then I cut into it, make sure it was done. It's done, and the skin is nice and crispy. It's very good. Very, very good. We started a new compost bin. I don't know if we showed you yet, but Ashton picked up this big crate from work, and we took the front off and have started loading it up with, you know, food waste and all that. So this is from this morning. I'm gonna cover this up. We've just been putting hay in there, or straw, and food, and this is cardboard that we're going to lay over here so we can start the fall bed or prep it for the spring. I haven't decided yet, but we still have the other bin over here. So we've got our cardboard over here, and Ashton put this lid over it so it doesn't get so wet when it rains. And this is everything, like, you know, we've got pine needles in there, leaves, grass clippings, and then we also put like the chicken feathers in there from when we butchered the chickens. We just covered that all up. So that probably won't decompose for quite a while because the other stuff is in there too. And it doesn't stink, so that's a good sign. We're doing it right. You about ready to come in?
Yeah.
Nope, he just loves playing outside. Oh, I also forgot to show you this. We got a big pile of mulch from one of the local tree surgeons here. I called them and asked them if they, you know, had any loads that they needed to dump, if they wouldn't mind giving us a load for free, if they could just dump everything in our yard. Of course they said yes, and then they dumped it. I wish they would have dumped it closer to the fence over there, but they dumped it on the side of the fence right here. It just thinks that it's way over here, but it's a pretty nice pile. So we are going to use this for the bed, the garden bed, and we're going to use it for probably lining the fence line with mulch and going to make a pathway. Honestly, I don't know if it's going to be enough. It looks like a lot, but usually it takes a lot of mulch. So it's not just, I mean, this is everything. Little branches, little bits, leaves, so that'll be good. Be good, and it smells like pine. It smells pretty good. So I don't know if it'll be ready to put like plants into because it'll still be decomposing and breaking down. But we can use it as like a walk pathway lining the fence line, like I said. And then eventually, once it breaks down some more, then we can use it for the garden and the vegetable garden. And here we have the chicken poo manure that is still breaking down. It was actually up to here, and then it's has shrunk quite a bit. So that'll be ready for the fall garden bed, I hope. It'll be good. It's gonna be good.